Okay? Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. It's really a great pleasure to be here today for the 5th time on the Cybersecurity Conference. It's a great pleasure to be in the for me to talk in the Cybersecurity Conference because cybersecurity is my passion. Why? Because it's not just developing great systems, it's really having an opponent. You have someone that you have to be better and to run faster than him or her. And it's like playing chess. Now, cybersecurity and the cybersecurity ecosystem, what we are going to talk today in this session is about Israeli cybersecurity success stories. And indeed, there are quite a bit of them. And we owe that to the unique cybersecurity ecosystem that exists here in Israel. So first of all, it's the industry. And the industry and the academia, and of course the great talent that we get from the army that nurtures all the cybersecurity companies that we have here. Talking about the industry, it's not just the startups and the big Israeli companies that we all know about. It's also the multinational companies that existed in Israel, and there are more than 20 multinational companies here in Israel that have cybersecurity centers. And this is less known fact. Now the fact that there are so many multinational companies that are doing cybersecurity gives another unique advantage to Israel. Where else in the world you have in an area of 10 square miles that cybersecurity experts from Microsoft and for IBM and from RSA and from GM and GE and Cisco and many others that I didn't mention, and as you know, it's Israel, so we all know each other. It's 1 degree of separation. So we all exchange ideas and we all cross-pollinate each other. And the level of innovation that this adds to the Israeli ecosystem, in addition to the startup, in addition to the other big Israeli companies like Checkpoints and CyberArk and Variant and Imperva, etc., really creates a unique system that I don't think exists in any other place in the world. Talking about the cyber ecosystem, if I look at my career, at least in the last 12 years or so, it's really a result of this cyber ecosystem. So I came from a startup called Sayota. And Sayota was one of the first cybersecurity startups in Israel. And we were the first, probably in the world, that used ideas like analytics, machine learning, and big data to cybersecurity, to security, because then it was called security. Until then, it was mostly rule-based. And we were acquired by RSA. After the acquisition, Naftali Bennett, who was the CEO, left to politics and now is the Minister of Education. And I saw my role to take what was Sayota and to make sure that it grows to be very significant in RSA. And sure enough, after a few years, we became the second largest product line in RSA, leading cybersecurity worldwide. And my advice to Israeli startups who are being acquired by a big company, by corporate, don't look at the exit as your endpoint. The exit is very nice, it's great financially, but this is only the starting point. Use that as an opportunity to grow your startup within the acquiring company, to make sure that you bring a lot of business impact worldwide. Coming back to success stories, to Israeli success stories, let's look about a year ago. We had that in the conference, we were looking about promising Israeli cyber companies. And we looked at 4 companies: CyberArk, Orato, Cyactive, and ThreatArray. A year from now, CyberArk went public, and it now has a market cap of more than $2.2 billion. Amazing. You will hear a lot about CyberArk in a second. Orato was acquired by Microsoft, my company, and we continue to nurture it. It's continue to bring great value to Microsoft. Cyactive was acquired by PayPal. And Threat Array continues to be a very promising company, and you will hear a lot about Threat Array today. So with that, I would like now to invite to the stage Chen Bitan from CyberArk. Okay. Chen is the general manager of EMEA and APAC of CyberArk. He was in CyberArk since day one, bringing it from inception to IPO. I would like to welcome Chen Bitan. So first, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, Chen, you joined CyberArk since day one. Few months ago, actually 9 months ago, you guys went public. Can you tell me what was the feeling in the day when you were in NASDAQ there and you went public?
Yeah, great. I knew that we will not avoid the question about the IPO, so it was a very exciting moment for all of us. And since I knew it would be a question, we prepared a very short clip of 1 minute of the moment of the IPO. It was in last September. It was the New Year Eve, and we, the entire management, flew to the NASDAQ in the Times Square, and it was an exciting moment. So if you can just show the movie.
Very excited to be here, as you know. This is a very special day for the CyberArk gang and the CyberArk crew that got us here. This day recognizes our past and our focus on customers and our building real innovative security solutions. But it's also an important day for our future as we focus on the real opportunity in front of us. Today's IPO joins CyberArk to an elite group of companies that make it thus far, and we're very proud. We're very proud to be here. Also very proud that we built a real company. CyberArk is a real company with real growth, real customers, and real profitability. And this is what got us here, and we appreciate that.
So this was Udi Mukadi, our CEO, and actually it was a very exciting moment for all of us. Definitely for those who joined the company 16 years ago when we were a team of 5 people with a dream and a vision, and to have this journey to bring this company into a public position, leading our market space, it is really great. But it is also exciting for people who joined CyberArk 2 years ago and even several months ago, because they feel part of the company, part of the organization. But what is really more important is that, very connected to what you mentioned, Michal, is that we see it only as a milestone. It is an important milestone, yet it is a milestone, because we truly believe that the market opportunity for CyberArk is huge, and we are just now starting the real story. We are telling it to the team, to the partners, to the customers, and now to the investors, and we truly believe that now we are starting the story.
Chen, can you tell me what is the life after IPO? How it impacted your strategy, the way you conduct yourself, etc.?
Yeah, sure. So I think obviously it impacts us in many aspects, but if I will try to touch 2 major aspects. First, it allows us to continue to do what we did in the past as a private company, but now to do it in a much higher, wider, and deeper scale, in a way that we are focusing on activities which allow us to continue to grow our business even faster than what we had in the past, and to really bring expanded offering to our customers and bring a higher value to our customers. But the second aspect is that it actually opens us the opportunity to do some activities which were harder to do as a private company. Basically, because of the new position as a public company, we're now looking into a more strategic partnership, global partnership processes, including the ability to combine our internal growth with some inorganic growth. We will do it only when it is needed, and we will be very careful in what we will do, but definitely it opens us the opportunity to look for more activities such as these activities.
Interesting. And can you tell me how CyberArk's story is different than, if it is different, than the rest of the cybersecurity companies, startups in Israel?
Sure, this is a good question. So as you mentioned, Michal, there are several approaches. Some approaches are to have an idea and to be acquired by a large company. And I think that cyber story is really different, and any approach is valid, of course. But I think it starts from the beginning. When we founded the company, it was in 1999, April 1999, and we have some young people, but people also in our age, which might remember these days. This was the peak of the high-tech bubble, the peak of the dot-com bubble. And on these days, most of the young companies, they had a dream to find an attractive idea, a sexy idea, and actually to look for the shortest path to be acquired by a large company. We as people which actually was in the beginning point of the company, our dream was really different. Our dream was to create a real company, a sustainable company, an Israeli flagship in our industry, and we were targeting to this idea. So I think that when you build the company from the initial in a goal that it should be a large company, then you don't look for shortcuts. Everybody are unified in the long-term goals, and this is actually what helps us to build the company, to build the foundation, and to become a larger company as we are today.
And what are the factors, to your opinion, that brought the success of CyberArk?
Wow, so there are so many factors, obviously. So I will try to touch some of them. One, and the most important, to my opinion, and we truly believe on it in CyberArk, are the people, the amazing teams that we created, and the unique cultures that we were able to create. I truly believe that, when I speak about amazing people, I don't speak only about people which are the most professional in what they are doing, but I speak about people which bring personality. Their personality fits to the culture that we would like to create as an organization. After all, there are many small decisions which are made by company every day. These small decisions are made by a lot of people in the organization. And only if you have the right team, which the team is unified and they work under an atmosphere, which is an open atmosphere, and any individual in the team understands the company goal and they look how the individual can impact the company goal, only this atmosphere can create the ability that these small decisions together will impact the company and will create a successful company. So first, it is the team and the culture. Second, obviously, to have the right offering in the right time, an offering that the market really need, and the offering must be backed up by the right technology, solid technology, and also products that are considered to be the best product in our market. In addition, is to look how to lead the market all the time. And what we believe is that leadership, or to be leader, is not just to be able to do the best what you're doing today, but also to collect all the information from your activity in the market, to analyze all this information all the time continuously, and to know how to lead the market to where it should be in 3 to 5 years, and always to work on offering which first will meet the market needs today, but also will meet the future market needs. So this is a leadership. Two other factors in short is continuous innovation. CyberArk released almost every year a new product to the market, a new offering to the market, which actually expanded their value, and the continuous improvement, which means that no matter how good you are, always look to be better. Always look what are the gaps that you should improve.
Okay, got you. And another question that is interesting, you're an Israeli company, but you're a global company. Can you tell me about how can you be that way? I mean, what is the unique things? What are the challenges? What are the good things about this unique situation?
Yeah, great, Michal. So we are an Israeli company, and we're very proud to be an Israeli company, and we see it in many aspects as a great advantage and strengths of CyberArk. Just for you to know, the entire R&D center of CyberArk, the research and development center of CyberArk, and the Cyber Lab research of CyberArk is located here in Israel. And we are very proud on it and see that and feel that this is an advantage of CyberArk because, as you mentioned before, Michal, the ecosystem in Israel helps us actually to pick the right people which will lead the cyber development of CyberArk, and actually will allow us to be much stronger in the market. And we are proud on it. Obviously, when we are an Israeli company in the cyber security area, it is a good, because Israel is considered to be the capital of the cybersecurity area, and our CEO always says that watches you should buy from Switzerland and security products from Israel. So this is actually what helps us, but definitely it brings also challenges, because sometimes it is territories that we are not allowed to sell, but we are trying to make the best out of it. And we are very proud to be an Israeli cybersecurity company.
Okay. Thank you, Chen, for sharing all this information with us. I'm sure we can talk a lot, but we don't have time. So I would like to thank you.
Thank you so
and
much.
I would like to invite